Fucking with Draco,
Get
man.
that paper, told that Glock, that's how we live. Yeah, my life's a game, I pray I don't get killed. They can't believe I got the guap, this shit for real. Can't accept the fact my brother gone, I wanna kill. Yeah, I can't go for that shit don't sit right. Instead of capping to the old nigga, I know what you live like. Ain't worried about all, just fuck these hoes and live life. I go on the drill, I'm smart enough, you gotta know how to.
The night of the Nine Tails attack was etched into the very fabric of the history of the Hidden Leaf Village. A starry reminder of the chaos and tragedy that could emerge from the shadows. As darkness fell over the village, a tense air filled the atmosphere, foreshadowing the catastrophic events that were about to unfold. In the midst of this impending doom, the masked man with crimson red eyes executed his sinister plan. He infiltrated the village, targeting Kushina Uzumaki, the current Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tailed Fox, who was unaware of the danger that loomed in the background. With a swift motion, he unleashed the beast from within her, freeing the colossal creature from its human vessel. The Nine-Tails roared with its fury, and its malevolence echoing through the night, igniting a wave of panic among the villagers. As the beast rampaged through the streets, it tore apart the buildings with ease, sending debris flying and creating immense destruction. The cries of the villagers echoed in the chaos, desperate for their safety as their beloved homes crumbled around them. The once peaceful village was now a battleground, and the silhouette of the Nine Tails dominated the skyline, a harbinger of despair. At that moment, Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, wasted no time in rushing into the fray, his heart racing with determination. He knew that not only was his village in peril, but he also feared the safety of his wife and his newborn son. Upon arriving at the scene, he witnessed the devastation brought on by the Nine Tails, and a heavy weight settled on his shoulders as the thought of his family and his home hung precariously in the balance. As he surveyed the destruction, Minato confronted the masked man. "Who are you?" "Me? I'm someone who has dictated the history of these lands many times over. But enough of me. Tell me, Lord Hokage, do you truly believe you can keep protecting everyone forever? How long can you do it until a true darkness emerges from right under your nose, greater than this one?" Minato wasn't sure what he meant, but he knew it was a threat. So, this is where he'd have to stop him, leading to an intense clash between these two. The Hokage's combat skills, famed for his unparalleled speed and tactical brilliance, were put to the test as he faced an enigmatic foe. The masked man, with his heavy reality-altering abilities, the masked man proved to be one of a kind in battle. Their battle continued and erupted with a dazzling display of jutsu, with each blow resonating the fury of their respective ideals. Minato's desire to protect the village, and the masked man's dark ambitions that were unknown. Despite Minato's extraordinary abilities, the masked man managed to evade capture and slipped away, leaving destruction in his wake. The village continued to suffer the onslaught of the Nine Tails, and Minato realized that time was running out. He was faced with an impossible decision. He knew he had to seal the beast away, even if it meant sacrificing everything that he held so dear to him. With resolve, he channeled his chakra and then executed the sealing technique. As he prepared to confront the Nine Tails directly, he felt the weight of loss looming over him. Knowing that Kushina was in danger, his heart broke as he realized that she was also fighting against the inevitability, trying to control the beast while protecting their son. Tragically, both of them would lose their lives. With the Nine Tails finally being subdued, Minato channeled what little strength he had left to then seal the creature, half of it, within his son, hoping that one day his son would possess the strength to harness the power of the beast that had caused him so much grief. And as the seal was activated, the cries of his newborn son resonated in his ears, as that was the last thing he heard. A sound that was both beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time. In those final moments, while Minato lay dying, he would think of everything But his eyes would gaze upon something else. Just as darkness began to envelop him even further, a shadowy figure moved towards the infant. He could barely see it, and his eyes felt so heavy. He was just holding on by a thread. Black Zetsu, an ancient embodiment of chaos and ambition, loomed over the young Naruto, his presence ominous and unsettling. The black figure looked down at the child, a smirk creeping upon its face. "I'll be back for you soon," it whispered, and the words echoing with a chilling promise. "You, boy, are the key to unlocking the new world." The weight of those ominous words rang in the air, coldly, as now Naruto's destiny was forever intertwined with the forces way greater than anyone could have ever even imagined. As the night descended into silence, the aftermath of the hidden leaf was shaken and scarred. A profound loss laid heavy upon the survivors as they mourned the brave souls that had lost that night. Yet, amidst the ruins, a flicker of hope persisted. The presence of Naruto Uzumaki, the child born from tragedy, who would one day rise and face the challenges that both were posed by his heritage and the looming darkness that sought after him. The Nine Tails attack not only altered the village's fate, but set in motion a tale of resilience, friendship, and a struggle against the shadows that would pursue our hero for much of his life. Time passes by as we continue our story, arriving at a 6-year-old Naruto. Life was moving more or less the same up until now. Not many of the villagers liked him, you could say, found him annoying, and they hated his presence. Kids his age never wanted to be around him, but here, Lord Third was even more occupied, meaning that those talks we would see within the canon story never happened. Naruto, because he was more alone, becomes more of an independent thinker, relying on himself for his survival, and without the money from the Hokage, he's forced to live on the streets of Konoha for some time. One thing that does emerge from this is him being a thief. Over and over again, he steals from the people within the village for his own gain, whether that be pickpocketing, stealing food or from local vendors, or even starting fights with adults for their goods. Of course, Naruto would lose these fights, but oftentimes at night, he continued to fight the older shinobi in order to increase his taijutsu abilities. Months continue to pass of this lifestyle until we see that Danzo was overlooking the village from his office. Holding a file in his hands, he had smiled. "Since you want to be the cause of so many problems for me, Hiruzen, I'll create an even bigger one for you. If the boy can't be under my care, well, I'll have this village make him into a weapon." Weeks go by until Naruto is seen jumping from rooftop to rooftop and then suddenly relaxing. Suddenly, his stomach begins to growl as he gets hungry. He jumps down, running into a shop to steal, but is blocked off by some of the adults. Turning away once more, he jumps into an alleyway and then is chased down. Eventually is caught and tortured by the adults. They continue to beat him up until he has black eyes and bruises. Eventually, everyone leaves him alone. Leaving, Naruto coughs up blood, looking down at the ground. In the background, Danzo walks by smirking. "You damn brat. Hurry up and grow stronger already. You'll thank me in the long run." This continues for a while until Naruto actually gets to a point where he begins to go to sleep during the day within the outskirts of the village. As one morning, he hears a noise to his left. Looking down, he sees someone moving so fast one morning and then wonders what it could be. They were moving so fast as if they were a blur. Just what was this incredible speed, he asked himself. While watching, Naruto decides to jump down. Walking across the area, he stops, turning and just barely blocking a strike with instinct alone. He's crazy fast. Shisui looks down while also blocking. Blocking me at that speed? It's impressive. Just who is this kid? Shisui then introduces himself, and Naruto does the same. This is where the two begin to share their stories of origin, and Shisui realizes who this is, the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. But why is he all the way out here? Actually, this may be good for them. While Naruto isn't looking, Shisui sends a clone to Fugaku to ask what he should do. The clan head of the Uchiha tells him to keep guard of Naruto and to keep him around, gain his trust, as he may serve to be a powerful ally one day. The clone vanishes and the info is passed on. Shisui and Naruto have many conversations and begin training together over and over. In fact, everything that Shisui explains about the body flicker, Naruto writes down within his own scrolls. About 7 months of this go by, as Naruto is quite fond of Shisui and his training. Thanks to him, he's able to become even better. An even better thief, while increasing his speed. However, we all know that this can't last forever. One day, while sitting near a cliff, something feels different. Shisui begins speaking to Naruto. Naruto, what do you truly want in life? Naruto stops for a moment and looks back at the Hokage statues. Naruto, you and I both know the path that you will be forced upon is much greater than becoming just a Hokage. Everything you will gain will be because of your strength and bending the world, not even just people, the world, to your knees with your power. Don't allow yourself to be controlled by anyone, not even. Shisui stops and holds his eye for a moment. Naruto stands up. Shisui, what's wrong? The clone then vanishes and Naruto dashes off. What the hell is going on? Naruto eventually finds Shisui talking to Itachi, and before he jumps off the cliff, Shisui could sense Naruto's presence. Turning his head, Shisui then takes his blade off his shoulder. Sorry to leave you so early, but here's an early birthday gift for you, Naruto. Shisui throws the blade up into the air and begins falling back, and while he does so, Itachi goes to grab the hand of him, while Naruto catches the blade that was thrown to him, and then vanishes from the scene. Damn it all! Who did this? Why? I'll kill whoever did this to him. Night falls upon the village, within the leaves, and Naruto is seen at night, trying to perfect the body flicker and his sword techniques. All night, he remains, and as the moon illuminates the sweat falling off of his forehead and his arms, he begins to feel something, turning and then pointing the blade at an all-black figure. Whoa there. Relax. I'm an ally. Yeah, alright. What do you want? The same thing that you desire, Naruto. To have power. And I want your help to achieve it. After all, your father sent me to watch over you. Naruto then makes a confused expression. My father? My father is dead. Yes, that is true. But have you ever wondered why those within the village hate you so much? Or why your friend was just killed? I have the answers to all of it. I just need you to trust me. Black Zetsu holds out his hand, and Naruto grabs it, remembering the words of Shisui. Time begins to pass by as we see an older Naruto in the academy, failing his test as usual. However, Mizuki approaches him, telling him that he could take the scroll in order to become a Genin. Naruto already had his own plans in his mind, stealing the scroll and then heading to the forest, opening it up and reading it while waiting on Mizuki. Arriving soon after, Mizuki asked him where the scroll was, only for Naruto to then smile. Since I don't have my own headband, I think I'll just take yours. Naruto, don't make me. Mizuki then had his arm cut off by Naruto's katana that was surrounded by chakra. He began screaming in pain, alerting the search team, and they begin heading that way. When Naruto arrives leading the search team, Naruto stood over Mizuki, who had no arms. Wait, Naruto. Stop. Aruka runs in with the kunai trying to stop Naruto, only to be blitzed by his speed. Just how the hell is Naruto this fast? Was he concealing his power? Naruto pushes past Haruka even further by using wind-style jutsu and then looks down at Mizuki. Beginning to walk towards him, he then drags his blade upon the ground. I'll end this now. Suddenly, Anbu appear from all sides of Naruto, holding blades to his vital areas. Danzo claims that that's enough, and Naruto turns back to look at him. Get out of my way. Right before Naruto attacks, he sees something and then stops, allowing himself to be imprisoned in a cell, while the Hokage and his advisors figure out what they should do. The next night, Black Zetsu visits aboard Naruto. Well, it seems that you're in a predicament. Yeah, I guess I am, since I can't really escape, cause that won't help my case at all. Anyways, what do you want, Zetsu? Me? I just want to make sure my young prodigy is doing well, but I've also come to deliver a message. In a year's time, you will no longer need to be a part of this village. Our plan will move into its next phase. Your job is to become even stronger before I return. Got it? Naruto becomes serious and then nods. Black Zetsu vanishes into the deep night, and Naruto is freed once Mizuki is interrogated, before he died from his injuries. Meaning that here Naruto missed the bell test. And he doesn't even show up to participate in their low-ranked missions around the village, causing Kakashi to later confront him on the training grounds. Appearing near Naruto, who would instantly swing his blade, Kakashi blocks, telling the boy his instincts are impressive, but they can only get him so far without teamwork. Naruto then stops him and sighs. If this is about being on a team, I don't care for it. And if you want me to participate in missions, get something that gains my interest. There's no need to waste my potential or the potential of someone like Sasuke Uchiha on petty missions with saving house cats and helping people around this village, as those same people don't even value us. Naruto, that's not how these things work here. Oh, it is. Then I'll just go join another village who will use my strength. But, oh wait, they won't like that, because I'm the reason that this village is seen as so strong, and I'm the reason that there's no war going on right now. Kakashi then takes a step back, rubbing his head. It seems that Naruto will be more trouble than I bargained for. He then says out loud, saying he'll see what he can do, thinking that Naruto will be a lot harder to deal with, as he actually reminds him a lot of himself and a mixture of Obito. But there are many things that will come ahead for this team. Kakashi is forced to take on an escort mission to bring Tazuna back to the land of waves. Meeting with the bridge builder Tazuna, who would wonder where the last member of this team is. If he can't even show up to see who he's protecting, why should I even trust him? Kakashi tries to reassure him that he will be fine, but Tazuna wasn't having it at all, letting his anger get the best of him, and then he turns to the Hokage. He continues to yell, and doesn't even notice the door opening, and Naruto looks at what's right in front of him, sighing. Oh, so we have to protect this overgrown baby? Just great. Naruto walks out, and later meets with the team. Sasuke is actually the one to notice the blade on his side. It's an Uchiha-style blade, but more than that, he's seen it somewhere before. But why can't he remember just whose blade that is? Continuing with their mission, Naruto leads them in the front. Sakura makes a comment, how he isn't even special. He failed the exam to become a shinobi, while Sasuke was always the head of the class. Naruto ignores her, making her angry that he wasn't responding to her petty comments. Sakura then continues to mock him and try to get under his skin for the first part of their journey, until suddenly Naruto pushes her back, but before anyone could say anything, he cuts off the arm of one of the Demon Mist brothers. Turning to dodge the attack of the other, Naruto then rushes into battle. Sasuke, take him down for me. The young Uchiha rushes in, wasting no time, demolishing the shinobi who only had one arm, while Naruto would blitz the other one with just his speed alone, landing critical hits over and over. With his vital points being targeted, he needed to think of something quick or he'd die here against this brat. The shinobi goes to perform a water-style jutsu, but his fingers are then cut off by a wind slash from the blade of Naruto. We look back at our protagonist to see the sharp wind covering the edge of his blade. With the shinobi now in fear, he tries to flee, only to have both of his legs cut off. And falling to the ground near some bushes, Naruto slowly walks up on him. Come on, go ahead and beg for your life. Give me something that'll excite me. You can't die on me just yet, cause I need some information. Kakashi rushes in to stop Naruto before he goes even further, only to be blocked off by a barrier of wind. This circular vortex blocked off anything from the outside, and the team could only watch as the shinobi in front of them begged for his life. As after the conversation was over, Naruto killed him in cold blood and turned to Tazuna. But then his expression changes, as it seems he's more interested for some reason. He begins laughing, continuing to walk and lead them in the direction of their mission. How amusing, after all. Seems I'll enjoy this mission more than I expected. Proceeding with everything, it seems that even Naruto doesn't care to share the info that he had gained, leading to Tazuna being the one to have to share it with the team. He explains what's truly happening within the land of waves, and they begin to prepare themselves. As soon as they encounter Zabuza of the Mist, a real challenge would finally appear. Naruto rushes back towards him, throwing a kunai that will be dodged. Looks like you'll be the first to die, brat. Zabuza swings the executioner's blade, only for it to be parried and an elbow to his face, followed by a kick to his chest. This kid's not half bad, but Kakashi of the Sharingan is still here. Taking both of them on is going to cause me trouble. Zabuza creates a clone that heads off to fight Naruto, as Naruto dodges the attacks of the clone and smirks. Does he really think that this will be enough? Fine. I hate to use this here, but why not? Naruto begins flowing with chakra, as all his concentration reaches new heights, performing the body flicker technique. Just like his former mentor, he obliterates the clone with his speed, as Zabuza didn't know what even hit him. With such speed and power, Zabuza's clone was completely caught off guard. Not only that, but Sasuke will be having flashbacks of his past, seeing his brother and his brother's only friend, Shisui, who was known for that very same technique. Who the hell is Naruto really? After taking down the clone, he then rushes in to help Kakashi, but Zabuza, he was waiting. Using the Jonin Master as a smokescreen, he catches Naruto off guard, swinging the executioner's blade once again towards his chest. It goes right through Naruto, but he vanishes. From under the ground, Naruto was seen emerging with a wind blade covering his arm. However, right before it was going to make contact, Zabuza was saved by ice that blocked this attack, as ice would be shattered and snowflakes begin falling in front of their face. Looking to his left, Naruto rushes in, only to be seen that it was a trap. Ice surrounded him as he was cut off from his team. Hey Naruto, these two are a little ahead of you in strength. Be on guard. You know, for a demon fox, you are a little bit of help. You sure are quiet most of the time. The Ninetales yawns, going back to sleep, as Naruto is pushed on the defensive. Even with the body flicker, he couldn't see through the ice mirrors just because of Zabuza's constant attacks. Ice surrounds his leg, and the executioner's blade slices up on his right side. Naruto jumps back, holding his own blade with a blurred vision. Damn it. That blade. It's a nuisance. It left such a deep wound, and didn't even feel like it had even grazed me. If I want to win here, I might need to use that damn fox's power. Relying on him makes me feel weak. I refuse. I refuse to allow you to make me look weak. Naruto's hair begins to stare up for a moment, as his hidden rage of the Uzumaki flares up within him. Damn it. Damn it all. Naruto grits his teeth and jumps back just in time to use his multi-shadow clone jutsu for the first time here in front of other people, overwhelming Zabuza and Haku for just a moment. With the demon duo moving quickly, Haku using the ice to mask their movements, and Zabuza trying to get in close to finish off Naruto, ripping through the clones to find the real Naruto and aiming for the kill. Only for Naruto's blade to reach him first, with them trading strikes once again. Zabuza looks down smirking. You damn brat. Naruto is then caught by Kakashi, who finally makes it through, as both parties flee away in order to recover. Naruto awakens, days later, with bandages wrapped around him. Tazuna's daughter was the one who nursed him back to health. But he was angry. But she also tells him that he'll have a scar where those wounds were, so try not to push himself, as that was only so much she could do. Naruto ignores her, then heads outside. Going into the forest, he begins to meditate, entering the domain where he could speak to the Nine Tails. The first thing that happens is the fox begins to laugh at Naruto. After that was over, Kurama tells the boy what he did wrong and starts to begin healing his injury slowly. However, Naruto then blocks an attack, an ice strike from a man with a robe. Haku and Naruto have a stare down, and Naruto flips back, grabbing his blade. Straining for a moment, he looks up. The wound, it reopened just from that little flip. Hell, if I can't kill him now, I won't be able to do anything. Naruto starts to sweat as ice shards begin coming his way, as he could only block and parry, not being able to dodge any of them. Now, he just has to barely scrape away. Moving as he swings in, his katana, Haku counters, blocking and kicking him on the side that he was cut on. Naruto then coughs up more blood and begins sighing. How annoying. But I guess I should even the playing field. Naruto performs hand signs and begins smirking. Wind style, raging blade barrage. Crescent moon shaped slashes begin flying towards the rogue shinobi, who does try his best to block with ice, but one of the slashes rips open the shoulder of Haku, causing him to look ahead, telling the boy that he's pretty impressive, but then flees the area. Naruto then lays against a tree while beginning to smile. You know, you really are a lot of no help, you no good demon fox. Kurama ignores this comment, as the next time we see the team, they were upon the bridge, now engaging the duo once again. Sasuke goes into the ice mirrors, but is thrown out by Naruto. I owe you one for what happened before. So let's quit the games and end this here. Wind style, Demon Vortex. After releasing this jutsu in all directions, blades of winds cut through every mirror as Haku is injured. Enough with the games. Make this more interesting for me. Naruto's bloodlust becomes more apparent as the air shifts to something much more colder. Using the speed that he has, he slashes Haku over and over from all directions. The rogue shinobi twists and turns in order to dodge the attacks, but he's just a second too slow upon all of them landing. Naruto here has the advantage, and using his chance, he plans to end this, surrounding his blade with chakra, cutting right through Haku, who had got distracted by the battle of Kakashi and Zabuza. Before Kakashi could finish off Zabuza, Naruto appeared, holding out his palm, as a gust of wind sends him flying back. He recovers, then looking up, seeing that Naruto had stabbed Zabuza through the chest. Well done, you brat, falling to his knees. But before his face would hit the ground, he glances, seeing Gato kick the body of Haku. Go ahead, kid. Give him hell. Naruto performs a multi-shadow clone jutsu, and Gato's men flinch but prepare themselves. It later cuts, or we would later cut, to a finished battle, with Naruto sitting down, surrounded by the bodies of those very same men. Meanwhile, on the ground in front of him, begging for his life, was Gato. Naruto looks down at him. Pathetic. Kakashi would try to stop him, but he's too fatigued. Naruto then stabs his blade through the back of the man. And that was that. Soon later, returning to the village where their mission began. The bridge wouldn't be named after Naruto here, but instead something else, just from the villagers being so scared of him. In fact, they were terrified. Naruto continues to slowly heal his injuries, but a nasty scar is left in its place. Arriving back in Konoha, he vanishes from his team, and Kakashi goes to report their mission. A few days would pass as Naruto slowly notices people entering the village. This is when he begins to encounter other teams, wondering why they were here. But Kakashi goes to look for Naruto. He can't find him. Instead, we see Naruto hidden away, training by himself. With his black pants on, he was intensely sweating. It's not enough. I need even more. Naruto's eyes had changed that to match the shape of the Nine Tails, but still remained blue for the moment. His anger and hatred for everything that's ever happened to him fueled him to become stronger. More days would pass, as now Naruto appears, and they would sign up for the Chunin exams. The night would go by as the first day arrives, and quickly Team 7 enters the hallway, where Sasuke is approached and fought by Rock Lee. However, this time when Might Guy appears, Naruto was already staring at him, causing the sensei to warn his students about the boy with yellow hair. Our protagonist looks around at this crowded hallway and decides to go in a different direction, leading the team to the real testing room. How exhausting. Naruto stands, instead, watching the people come into the room, and he actually has clones that knock out the extra teams and use the transformation jutsu to take their place instead. So when the test begins, these clones would cheat, however they're caught, and when they exit the room, they poof into smoke, allowing the information to be passed to Naruto. This test was truly over before it even began. After it was completed, Anko would burst through the windows, shocking everyone, but telling everyone who passed to follow her, leading them right down to the gate in front of the Forest of Death, where the test will continue. Anko, once all the participants would arrive, begins explaining the test. As she holds up the scrolls and uses them as an example, she looks around at the faces of everyone, especially with the stakes that were at risk. Then she sees Naruto. It seems that he wasn't paying attention, so she's going to make an example out of him. She would go off to attack him. He instantly moves out of the way and is now standing behind her with his blade pointed at her neck. It seems you're the most eager, so here. She hands him one of the scrolls, and then Naruto heads in with his team. Sakura tries to make a plan, but Naruto and Sasuke don't really care for it. In fact, Naruto goes off on his own, leaving the scroll with them. Because all he needs to do is take down another team, and then they can head to the tower. It doesn't matter how he does it apparently, especially here, as nothing he does will be held against him. He continues to jump from tree to tree, thinking to himself, but something feels off about this forest. It's almost as if something was always watching him in the background. On his next jump while mid-air, a snake headbutts him, sending him flying across the forest. Crashing through multiple branches, Naruto stands up once again. Damn it. And just when I thought that this was going to be easy, a couple of overgrown reptiles get in my way. Whatever. I'll take you down. Then, head to obtain another scroll. Naruto rushes in, and then we'd cut away to see Sakura and Sasuke fighting off a pale-skinned woman. Sasuke pushes Sakura away, sending her heading to another branch while he sends a fireball towards the woman, who would then dodge it and continue forward, getting so close that Sasuke couldn't back away, hitting him in his chest, neck, and then his shoulder. Sasuke swings his leg, only for it to be grabbed and then thrown away. As he began to struggle to regain his footing, he then felt the impact of something else. He began gritting his teeth, activating his Sharingan, the Tomoe spinning steadily in his eyes. The world around him transformed, as he could see Orochimaru's movements a little bit more clearer. Yet despite his new clarity, Sasuke found himself in an overwhelming situation, as Orochimaru then lunged forward, not allowing Sasuke to gain any ground in this battle. Damn it, it's still not enough. If only I had the strength that Naruto possessed, or even the speed of Shisui's technique, I could overwhelm him here. Orochimaru's strikes came with a swift yet brutal hit, landing each blow with precision that left Sasuke reeling in pain. The serpent-like ninja moved like a shadow, weaving in front of Sasuke, in and out, at all of his attempts to counterattack. Sasuke could then sense the inevitable. He was losing here. And, caught off guard, a powerful punch from Orochimaru connected with his abdomen, forcing the wind from his lungs out of them, sending him crashing back to the ground. Though his body screamed in pain, Sasuke's determination burned through his chest. He had to fight back, here and now. He couldn't allow Orochimaru to win here, not this easily. But as he struggled to gather his strength, he felt a dark presence creeping in, one that beckoned its very soul. Orochimaru, sensing Sasuke's wavering resolve, closed in with a smirk. Embrace the power that lies within you, Sasuke. It can save you. With one quick movement, he left the curse mark upon Sasuke. The moment the curse mark latched onto him, pain surged through his body. It felt as if he was being torn apart and then rebuilt once again. You could hear the whisper of Orochimaru's voice echoing throughout his mind, promising him power. But as he falls unconscious, his body slowly begins falling to the ground. However, before Sasuke could truly fall to the ground, a roar would split the air, shaking the very ground beneath them, as Naruto burst onto the scene, his eyes fierce and glowing with a terrifying shade of red, the unmistakable chakra of the Nine Tails flaring up around him. Naruto stood in front of his new opponent, his voice with urgency and determination. He catches his teammate with his newfound energy, and Naruto propelled himself into battle. The ferocity of his presence caught Orochimaru off guard. The ground trembled beneath the weight of Naruto's chakra as his fist would begin surging towards his new opponent. Orochimaru could feel the strength of Naruto. Chakra flared, and a fierce exchange of blows commenced. Naruto tapping into the immense power of the Nine Tails. His strikes were precise, fueled with the urgency of wanting to defeat someone so strong. As Naruto lunged at Orochimaru, he felt the familiar surge of chakra coursing through his veins, the power of the Nine Tails igniting a fire within his spirit. He decided to tap into it, just a fraction of his strength, to just give him enough of an edge, just a little bit of a boost, but not so much so that he would completely lose control. His fist flew forward, landing a powerful strike against Orochimaru's jaw, but the seasoned Sanin immediately staggered for a moment before regaining his composure. "Is this the extent of your strength, Naruto?" Orochimaru taunted, with a twisted smile. How disappointing. With a sharp glare, Naruto quickly dodged an incoming kick, countering with a series of rapid punches and kicks. Orochimaru parried most of them effortlessly. His movements were fluid and calculated. The sound of their blows echoed throughout the forest, and it alerted many other people to such a battle that could be happening. A fierce rhythmic underscoring of their struggle. And even despite Naruto's impassioned attacks, he found that Orochimaru could keep up with him, even with the portion of the Nine Tails chakra that he was controlling. As he threw a back fist that grazed Orochimaru's cheek, the Sanin responded with a flurry of strikes, pushing Naruto back on the defensive. "Let's see how you handle this," Orochimaru declared, his eyes gleaming with a sadistic excitement. With a swift series of hand signs, he summoned a swarm of snakes that erupted from the ground, slithering towards Naruto with an alarming speed. "Damn it all!" Naruto shouted, barely managing to evade the first onslaught. The reptiles coiled and hissed, attempting to constrict him, but Naruto was quick on his feet, unleashing a few well-timed punches towards the near snakes, their bodies exploding into a cloud of smoke as he destroyed them one by one. Drawing on his strength, Naruto summoned more of the power, channeling just a little bit more. A little bit more was all he needed in this moment. "I guess I should stop holding back." Naruto's smirk is shown as he focused on his next technique, performing the body flicker and pulling out his blade to cut through the reptiles in the area with immense speed. Orochimaru was caught off guard as he now has a slash across his chest. Just what was this? He goes and tries to heal, only for a wind blade to cut off one of his legs. This strength and this speed, where could it even be coming from? How is he summoning it from out of nowhere? Orochimaru turns to block the blade of Naruto, only to see he's not even there. "Over here." Orochimaru turns again, still to see nothing. And from above him, Naruto is seen, flying down, with a cloak of chakra transferring all the way to just his arm. This punch sends shockwaves throughout the forest, blowing away trees and rocks as a huge crater is left in its place. And now, it seems that Naruto had gained the advantage. However, Orochimaru will burst into snakes from behind him, going to slice his head off, only for the boy to vanish with a body flicker, grabbing his team and making it away. The only reason he did so is because Kurama could sense more people coming in. Laying down both their bodies, Naruto scoffs. How annoying is this? His eyes then widen, as he then smirks, making a clone, to protect them and vanishing. When Sasuke wakes up, the power of the curse mark had taken over his body, but Sakura was there to calm him down. And after this, the real Naruto does return, as they ask where he'd been, but he tosses them the scroll that they needed. Let's go. Heading to the tower, they would make it, and are congratulated on their efforts. Now, it was time for the preliminary matches, since so many teams had passed the first couple of tests. Of course, most of these matches are the same, except for truly Naruto versus Kiba. When going down to face Kiba, he states that he's going to make this quick, 5 seconds at the max actually. Kiba was cocky, and when the match started he was speed blitzed. A shot to his lower rib, chest, stomach, and is finished with an uppercut by Naruto's fist, which sent him flying into the stadium walls, leaving a crack in it. Naruto is then declared the winner, as the rest of the matches will continue to go the same, and he pays attention to the match between Gaara and Rock Lee. Naruto now goes out into the village on his own, since he does have some time to train. Walking by the bathhouse to see a strange, white-haired man, he ignores him, calling him a creep under his breath, and then continuing on to his own house where he would open the door, finding Lord Danzo inside. Hello there, Naruto. How about this month you train with me? Oh yeah? And what's in it for me, old man? Danzo begins to smirk, looking around the terrible living conditions Naruto was even in, if you could even call this a house. The thing that you've always deserved, my dear boy. Power. Danzo gets up, with the paper dropping from his robes, and then he heads out. Naruto picks up the paper, reading it with his eyes widening. He crushes it in his anger and smirks. Now things have gotten just a little more interesting. A month of time goes by, insanely quick actually, as the story picks up with Naruto walking into the arena, staring ahead of him at his opponent, Neji Hyuga. Neji exclaims, "My destiny does not end here. First I will defeat you, and then Naruto, my story will continue." Naruto only looks on, not even taking out his blade, but getting in a new stance completely. It's something that no one in the stance had ever seen before, besides Danzo and Hiruzen, with the third Hokage saying to himself, "No, that couldn't be." Naruto calms his heart, focusing his chakra all around him. Now, focusing his chakra that was flowing through his body, Neji activates the Byakugan, looking ahead, as he sees that all of his chakra must be flowing to his fists. But just what was he planning to do? Naruto takes a deep breath in, with his eyes opening, as he says the words, "Release!" A shockwave sound enters the arena and dust covers the stage. And when it would vanish, Neji was on the ground and Naruto was holding his arm out. And then it fell down, as it was completely covered in blood. No one even knew what happened besides these people watching. The Hyuga, the Hokage, Danzo, and even Kakashi caught a glimpse of it, as all of them would have thought the same thing. Such a jutsu must be forbidden. Danzo smirks and begins leaving, with Hiruzen noting this. The medics go to grab Neji, only to feel his pulse and to see that he was no longer breathing. Before they claim he was dead, Naruto then stood over him, using his left arm, which wasn't injured. He pressed the chakra that he had in himself onto him. Neji began coughing up blood and looked at Naruto. He doesn't even know what happened, but in an instant, he lost. Seems this was my destiny after all. Naruto looks down at him. Trust me, like you said before, it doesn't end here, and I'll come visit you soon. Naruto walks back up to sit with his team, but before he can, and before Kakashi can even question him, shinobi appear. Naruto Uzumaki, come with us. Naruto looks at Sasuke, telling him not to lose, as a young Uchiha states that he won't. Naruto was later seen in a hospital room with his arm beginning to get bandaged up. This is when Lord Danzo arrives and the nurses would leave. You shocked even me, Naruto. So that's what you've been working on the entire time you were with me. Naruto looks at him with his arm with dried blood. Orange chakra begins to surround it as he rips the bandages off. Naruto then continues talking. You know, I hate that condescending tone that you have. It's annoying and pesky. Don't act like you didn't know. Danzo watches Naruto's arm slowly heal, and then loud noises are heard. Crashing and screams echo in the hospital. Naruto stands up, walking by Danzo and grabbing his shoulder, as Danzo would tell him, let loose. You are given permission by me to do so. Naruto laughs and vanished on sight. Running from roof to roof, Naruto asks Kurama what he could sense. The beast slowly stands up for a moment, telling Naruto, east of the village, he could sense Sasuke and Shukaku. By this time, Sasuke was already beginning to feel the effects of the curse mark. Trying to perform the Chidori once more, he falls to the ground. Sand then flies right at him, and he begins to wish he was even stronger, like Naruto. He begins to hate the fact that he was so weak. Why? Just why him? Why did he have to be so gifted? As sand was coming right for him, he then realized that it stopped. A wind barrier formed around Sasuke, and Naruto stood with his blade in his hand, and his eyes were red with a slit. I'll make sure that this is quick. Gaara sends a flurry of sand in every direction. Naruto is forced to ramp up the speed of his body flicker, and then we see chakra forming around his blade. Gaara screams as he's hit by one of the wind blades. Over and over, the blade cuts through the sand armor, piercing his skin. Die already! Just die! Before Gaara can continue his transformation into the One Tails, Naruto creates several clones that surround him, that all begin performing hand signs together. Wind style, Cyclone Barrage. The wind from all directions cuts Gaara down, making him lose so much blood that he falls unconscious. And with so many spots in his arms and legs cut, he could barely move, leaving him open to being knocked out. Naruto goes to kill him, but then is stopped. A figure in robes looks down at him from a distance. It's not time just yet. Naruto looks back and then walks away. Gaara of the Sand, you're lucky, but everyone in this land has a day of death. Naruto returns to the leaf where Orochimaru was fighting Hiruzen, and using the power of the Nine Tails, he breaks through the barrier, and now joins the Hokage by his side. With this, Orochimaru is forced to retreat, but a clone that was stationed outside the village actually meets up with Orochimaru. Let's make a deal. Orochimaru, who was already defeated but intrigued, begins to hear him out, and after listening to the offer from the young shinobi, it's something that the Sannin just couldn't refuse. Well then, Naruto Uzumaki, it seems we do have a deal.